Yes, it's true. I am back doing travel vlogs. And yes, this is an SWV t-shirt. What? Behind me? That's not Salerno, Italy. This is not the Amalfi Coast. This is Rancho Palos Verdes. It's 10 miles south of LAX. A destination relatively unknown by the average tourist. Typically they go to Malibu. Today, we are going to explore the sights, the sounds, the majesty of the Palos Verdes Peninsula. We've arrived at our first destination after ascending 1,000 feet through a forest of eucalyptus trees into the Malaga Cove Plaza, a beautiful Italian-inspired plaza that began being built in 1924. Just an awesome little shop here for any kind of gift that you could possibly imagine. Upon arriving here, you immediately feel immersed in European vibes, al fresco dining at the cafe. This incredible market here has so many things to offer. They have some of the nicest proprietors in the whole peninsula, really nice people, and most importantly, their deli has Boar's Head provisions, the gold standard for cold cuts and cheeses. You get this man over here, he loves this. You like this statue? You've been here many years? Isn't this a beautiful place? That's Neptune. Nettuno in Italian. Now, you're 95. You don't look a day over like 65. Seriously, you look great.
I'm working.
Oh, you're working?
Malaga Cove.
Malaga Cove at the market?
Yeah.
What? That's the nicest people are at the Malaga Cove market. I always say that, you know?
Oh.
It's fantastic. What's your name?
Rough.
Raf.
Yes.
Pleasure to meet you, Raf. Many more years to you.
Thank you, my friend.
Take care. The people here are so nice. And you'll see, this is Neptune. Nettuno, the Roman god. He's been standing guard here at the plaza for many years. Back in the 60s, they placed a fig leaf over his appendage, as you can see. And that is due to vandals who used to rip his junk off. They used to tear his Johnson off. What a bunch of savages. And, you know, vandalism has long been an issue at this fountain, and that was one of the ways for them to curb the obsession with his extremities. One thing to pay attention to and be mindful of is when you're driving through the residential neighborhoods of Palos Verdes is to watch for the peacocks, because they will jut out and cross in front of you when you least expect it. And you don't want to be the subject of a vehicular homicide, you know? So let's just be mindful of that. The peacocks, they run wild and free here in Rancho Palos Verdes, and they've been a subject of much controversy. A lot of people think they do much damage to cars and some of the residents. They see, the peacock will see itself in a reflection in the car, if it's like a chrome Fisker or something. No, but if they see a shiny reflection of themselves, they will actually pick at it thinking it's a different bird. And so, you know, guests, dinner guests and everything, their cars may get vandalized. So if you're coming to dinner here, you may not want to wash your car. Other than that, I think they're a beautiful addition to the community. They really enhance, and you'll see them You'll see them everywhere as you drive around Rancho Palos Verdes. I mean, this is just the entrance to the public library. You want to walk into the library, you got to say hello to these guys. You know, Barney and Gerald. Just beautiful. Just admiring the peafowl. They're beautiful.
Just don't get in their way, though.
Oops. Get it, buddy. See you later. It's just so amazing. And you know, one of my dreams is to live right here on this street and to wake up every morning with a cup of coffee and say hello to the peacocks. I mean, have you ever seen a more beautiful neighborhood? Absolutely spectacular. The trees, the homes. It's like being whisked away into a magical place. It really is. Ever since I was a kid, I was always intrigued by the architecture of Frank Lloyd Wright, one of the greatest American architects. You probably are familiar with some of his homes, like Falling Water, you've seen in coffee table books countless times. There's a Frank Lloyd Wright home very close to here called the Boulder House, and we're going to go check that out now. Behind me, you will not only see a person walking, but you will see a person walking and me standing talking in front of Frank Lloyd Wright's bowler home. He built this in the 60s. He's perhaps one of the most famous American architects. And that home is designed to look, it's inspired by the flower, the bird of paradise. And it's just a fantastic place. And if you're just driving by, you might miss these architectural, landmarks. This place is a landmark, the Boulder Home. This is the driveway to the Boulder Home. What a very zen entrance to a spectacular property. Driving along the coast of the peninsula, you are really whisked away. You can be transcended to anywhere in the world, and you are here in the greater Los Angeles area. You are still in LA County. Long Beach is about 20 minutes away, and it's just, if you're cycling, it's just a great escape to just come here and immerse yourself in the natural landscape of Palos Verdes. This is perhaps the most peaceful little spot in PV. There's this lone tree with its roots showing right on the edge of a cliff. As you can see, there's a girl just meditating, playing the didgeridoo. What you're seeing behind me is an arid and parched, dry landscape, the product of several years of severe drought. Water is life. Several years ago, we had massive rainfall, and the area was verdant and lush and just teeming with life. It was tropical. And this is the result of drought. And let's just hope and pray and wish that this drought ceases to afflict Southern California. Here on the peninsula, when you're driving around, you can enjoy just looking at some of these beautiful estates. The properties here range in size and style. You can see this huge, stately, White House-looking mansion. And it's just fun to look at all these spectacular houses with incredible landscaping and just in some of the most beautifully designed neighborhoods that you will ever see. Imagine living on this street with these majestic palms dotting the street. It's just absolutely gorgeous. Right behind me, you'll see the Point Vicente Lighthouse here on the bluffs of Point Vicente. Beyond that is Catalina Island. You can see it kind of peeking through the clouds there. And there is a natural history museum here at Point Vicente where you can learn about all the history of the PV Peninsula. Here's something you don't see every day, a beautiful turtle.
Tortoise.
Oh, it's a tortoise. What's the difference between a turtle and a tortoise?
Turtles are sick because they go in water, they get salmonella, they give off disease. This is a desert cicada from West Africa.
Wow.
It's land only.
Incredible. Well, it's a beautiful, what's his name?
Her name is
Nomad.
Nomad.
I'm a bit of a nomad myself.
Well, she's a nomad when she's going back to the truck.
Yeah.
She doesn't go.
Does she get mad?
Well, no. She's always happy.
Do people ever get scared of them?
Yeah,
Like kids?
Some people. But I've been bringing her for 3 years. Every day.
So she loves this spot.
She met a lot of people. At least 5,000 people.
Wow.
She's been on Channel 5 News. Nomad. Hey, we're not eating that. Hey.
What was she eating?
The plum.
Oh, a plum?
The pit.
Oh, the pit of it?
Yeah.
How old is your tortoise?
7.
7?
Yeah.
How old do tortoises typically live?
Her age span is 150 years.
You're kidding.
Nope.
Oh my goodness.
She's probably live 120.
Well, she's gonna outlive all of us.
Yeah.
A man and his tortoise. You take care. That is so cool. 150 years old. It's remarkable. I've arrived at my favorite place on the peninsula, the Wayfarers Chapel. It's a church all encased in glass, designed by Frank Lloyd Wright's son, Lloyd Wright. Classic Frank Lloyd Wright inspired design. The grounds here are picturesque, beautiful. It's just otherworldly. Here you have a huge steeple. The church behind me, it's there, and it's all glass, so it blends in with the trees. And it was designed as a monument to Emanuel Swedenborg, a liberal Christian theosopher and theologian. Let's go check out the inside. There are very few places where you could come inside and feel like you are outdoors. And what this design has done is blended and married, no pun intended, it's married the outdoors with the interior. And you're just completely immersed. And I've been in here when it's been pouring rain, and it's just a fantastic experience. It's just an absolute treasure here on the peninsula. And it is right here on these majestic cliffs overlooking the Pacific Ocean and Catalina Island. It's a must-see when you come to PV. And if you know me, you know I'm a sucker for a good gift shop. And Wayfarers Chapel has a great gift shop. You know, and I love magnets, I love trinkets, like little random pieces of art, you know, books that I read maybe 2 chapters of, and then I'm looking at my phone. But they have a fantastic gift shop here, and the people are incredibly nice. So, darn, it's closed. Is there anybody in there? Well, the gift shop is closed. Perhaps due to COVID, or it's just limited hours, probably just on the weekends. So, but the restrooms are available. Great clean restrooms. The attention to detail on the grounds are fantastic. You know, these little light boxes are absolutely, you know, it's the copper with turquoise finish is indicative of Frank Lloyd Wright's designs. And I mean, it's just a peaceful place. Look at this foliage. Look at this flora and fauna. And, you know, the great upkeep by the great employees here. How you doing, my man? Excellent, bro. That's a beautiful fountain.
Oh, thank you.
That's crazy. Is it a lot of upkeep around here?
Yeah, there is.
There is?
Yeah, I mean, it all depends on, like,
Okay, well, that's good enough.
Yeah.
Hey, you take care, pal.
You just...
So yeah, due to COVID, they've reduced the hours of, you know, everything's due to COVID. Just to sit. You can come here with an easel and you can paint this beautiful structure. I mean, you know, you can do Tai Chi. You could do yoga. You know, I mean, this lady's doing it. She's over here doing some Tai Chi. It's just absolutely spectacular. And as you can see, the architecture here is just so uniform and streamlined. It's one of the most colorful places with flowers. You see behind me, the reds, the greens. It's just striking. My SWV shirt. I mean, look at these flower beds. I could stay here and do an entire vlog for 45 minutes about this place, but we are going to move on. Say goodbye to Wayfarers. Do you know where you're going to? Do you like the things that life is showing you? A little Diana Ross, Ebony and Ivory. Here we are at Narcissia Drive. Up this private drive, you'll find the original landowner's home, Via Narcissia. Frank Vanderlip, an American bank juggernaut, purchased this entire land mass back in the 20s. Very wealthy man, but also very eccentric. He had a fascination with birds. That's where the history of the peacocks comes in. He had a ton of peacocks, and at his villa, and Narcissia was his wife. And it's unknown if she was a narcissist or not. Probably not. Put a muffler on it! Here on the south end of the peninsula, Donald Trump has his own golf club. Okay, well, it's not a golf club, it's a golf course. You know what I mean. They have clubs here if you want to buy one, but I suggest you bring your own. Okay, you might be able to rent them, all right? I'm not sure. Quit asking these questions! It's a far cry from Pebble Beach, but for LA County, it's pretty impressive. If you like golf, you'll love this course. If you like Trump, you'll like it. If you hate Trump, you won't like it. Look, I don't want to get into politics, okay? Jeez. Here we have beautiful prickly pear cactus, which is indigenous of this area. Just down there, you'll see Terranea, a world-class resort, which used to be the land where Marineland was. It was the original SeaWorld. It was a theme park, and it was like a SeaWorld. And they built a world-class hotel there. You can see these sweeping views of the south end of the peninsula. In Hollywood, you have Rock and Roll Ralph's. In Palos Verdes, you have Rock Ralph's. The PV Peninsula consists of 26 square miles. Within that, there are many parks and green belts and places to picnic. It's a picnicker's paradise. So find a good spot, find a nice spot to sit and have lunch. This is a pure keto lunch, going pure keto diet the last 2 weeks. And here we have prosciutto wrapped mozzarella, 100% keto, low in carbs. Pickles, low in carbs. And we're gonna fuel up, and then we're gonna enjoy this lunch here by this labyrinth at a convent. We're actually at a nun's convent. Walk in the labyrinth. Here at the convent, we're about 3,000 feet above sea level. And in fact, you have incredible sweeping views of the entire city of Los Angeles. And to have this type of quiet space, it's just priceless. You're able to come here, relax, and they have dorms here you can retreat to and stay in and be at peace, be with God. And I recommend that type of retreat. It could be very cleansing. The rooms that you can stay in, they're really actually very nice. And you see incredible views of Los Angeles, and it's a cloudy, misty day, so you can't see downtown, but on a clear day you can see downtown. And there is a peacock just sitting on top of the building here at the convent. He's about to spread wings. This is a popular vantage point of Los Angeles from the peninsula. It's known at night as the Queen's Necklace, and as you can see, it resembles a bustier line of a royalty. And at night, you'll see the glistening lights of the city that resemble diamonds. So at night, it's a little bit easier to get that, visual image in your imagination. And It looks like there's some construction right here, which is a little disappointing because it will obstruct the view that's been here for years, as long as I can remember, at least 10 years. I can't recall ever a structure being here, but it looks like the land was purchased and they're putting up a building. Lucky people are going to have one of the best views in all of the city. That's it, folks. That's all for today. I could continue for months and months on end about the majesty, the miracle that is the Palos Verdes Peninsula, but we're going to stop. And I just want to take a moment to reflect and say, when you are tired and anxious and stifled from the rat race that is down there in our society, get to a place like the PV Peninsula. There's always some natural beauty around you, no matter what. If you're in New York, there's Central Park. Just get to a place and escape the societal norms, the expectations of keeping up with the Joneses, your finances. And I hope today we learned something. I learned some stuff. I learned that tortoises live to be 150 years old. And I hope you guys just enjoyed seeing an area that you might not be familiar with. And I hope you guys have a chance to come check it out. So until next time, love and peace.